Welcome back to Ill Blur Maddie. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Ill Blur Maddie. Today's new video is going to be on the movie that's out right now in theaters, The Batman. So this movie impressed me. I gotta say, first off, when I looked into this movie visually, this was really nice. I love that this movie took place majority at nighttime. There are some times there's in daytime and stuff like that, but I was like, come on, Gotham. We know most of the time it takes place at nighttime. This is when Batman is out in the streets of Gotham trying to protect the citizens and everything. So that really was cool that they filmed most of this at nighttime. Beautiful visuals, by the way. I can't wait to see this when it eventually comes out on Blu-ray and 4K. I'm like, that quality, the filmography, looking good. The next thing I want to talk to you guys, Birdman Hand Rub, is the story. The story is about Bruce Wayne pretty much finding out the family secret, and pretty much we see the villain, the Riddler, uncovering that truth. He's showing how corrupt Gotham is and how the politicians and other people that are a part of this elite society, or I should say higher class, some of them are pretty corrupt. And we know that for a fact because we see throughout the movie Batman figuring out clues and what is really going on within the city that he lives in. He is, so I like that aspect of it. There are scenes with him dealing with the Penguin, some of the other mobsters in Gotham. I thought that was really neat that we saw that. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the acting. The acting was really good. Robert Pattinson did not, he gave Batman his own voice, as Batman versus him being Bruce Wayne. The transition was very interesting. It seemed like when he was Bruce Wayne, he just didn't want to be bothered. He was very antisocial. He had, I guess you could say, what do you call it? Introvert. He was very introverted. He did not really want to be known. Bruce, is that you, Bruce? Bruce Wayne? I was like, oh my God. This man do not want to be known. Leave this man alone. I did like that aspect of him. Also, I like that we're introduced to, like I said, the other characters, Selena Kyle, which is Catwoman. It's kind of her origin story as well. Her tied to one of the people that is at the Penguins Club. Also, we're introduced to, like I said, the Riddler, but Penguin. I like Colin Farrell playing Penguin. I thought he did a really good job playing Penguin. He looked like Cobblepot. He had his mannerisms down pat. I was like, Colin Farrell just knows how to get into a role no matter what. He just does a great job playing villains. He did that with Marvel as Bullseye. Now he's doing it again with DC. I also liked, like I said, Zoe Kravitz playing Selena Kyle, Catwoman. I like the spin where her and Batman are working together at first, and then they kind of go their separate ways, and then they end up coming back together. The other thing I liked about this film is the fight sequences. The fight sequences, they were enough. It wasn't over a lot, too much of it. It worked, We had the detective work, Batman. We had him fighting. We had him figuring out clues. So I like how that flowed throughout the film. We got him, and also him being Bruce Wayne through certain aspects. I was a little worried. I'm gonna tell you what I was worried about. Most of this movie, he's Batman. But it works. It really works. And then some parts he's Bruce Wayne, so that was very interesting. I also gotta say, with this movie, I like that it was a hard PG-13. Okay? It was a hard PG-13. I was like, PG-13? PG-13. Okay, PG-13. All right. I was like, man, this almost had a horror element to it. I felt like this movie had themes from well, not themes, but influences from Zodiac when it came to the Riddler, and also the movie Seven. I also like at the end that we saw pretty much the citizens having trust in Batman, because at first he was labeled a vigilante. The only other person that really trusted him was Commissioner Gordon. And the guy that played Commissioner Gordon, props to him. He really did a good job. I felt like we've seen Commissioner Gordon enough, like doing the bat signal, and I'm like, can he get some action scenes? Can he shoot some villains? You know what I'm saying? That really worked, and I really liked the chemistry between Commissioner Gordon and Batman, like how we saw in the actual comic books and also the cartoons. They didn't always agree with one another. They had their disputes with one another. That really worked with the film, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. The ending of this film was very interesting. I kind of knew that how it ended. They were going to eventually deal with Blackgate. I like that in this film that Batman doesn't completely kill the villain. I was like, I was like, yes, no, like completely killing the villain. So we'll see villains return for the sequel. I gotta give it up to Paul Dano. He really did a great job playing Riddler. He gave me goosebumps. When he played Riddler, I was like, holy crap. I would like literally give his performance up there with Heath Ledger. Like he was very realistic about his Riddler. And I love the new take on Riddler, by the way. But I gotta give this movie, I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give it an A. I feel like it flowed really well. We learned about Bruce. We learned about his family's history tree a little bit more. I felt like that was better than just the same old story, seeing his family get killed. He is the only one to survive. I liked also forgot to mention the sequence with him in the Batmobile and Penguin. And I think the movie just really nailed it as Batman. This is definitely one of my new favorites as Batman because it was more on the detective aspect and not just action and him, figuring out a few clues here and there. I really like that the supporting actors did a really good job working with the character that played Batman. Robert Pattinson, props to you, man. Props to you really nailing this role. And I think Zoe Kravitz, the chemistry between them were really well done too. And I just think overall this was a good Batman movie. I mean, we've seen plenty of Batman movies, but nothing quite like this plot twist. I'm like, wow. Ooh. But this is your boy Blurmatic, guys. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. And until next time, I'm out, guys. Take care.